Welcome back to the Hills. ODT Sports Editor Hayden Meikle with Dave Cannan on an absolutely spectacular Arrowtown day.
Let's hope it continues, Hayden.
This is the phony war, of course. It's Wednesday. The New Zealand Open doesn't start till tomorrow. But before we talk about the golf side of it, let's talk about the celebrity side of it. We had a chance today to meet some of these great cricketers, Sir Viv Richards, Sir Ian Botham, and others like Andrew Mertens, a great All Black.
Yes.
It was a bit of fun, wasn't it?
It was great, actually. Maybe the future of the golf tournament is to have these big names like this who aren't exactly top golfers, but certainly crowd pullers who feature on the New Zealand Open in future. So no, they were great. They were very funny and quite insightful in many ways. Playing down their golf prowess a wee bit, realising their places here as a bit of a sideshow to the main event. But no, I thought it was great. Someone
who didn't play down his ability, or couldn't really, is Ricky Ponting, the Australian captain. He's playing off scratch, and
Yes.
you've seen him play last year. He can play.
He can really play, and I've read overseas in the media there's been talk about him actually playing golf as for a living as a professional golfer, but he pretty much scotched that today by saying he knows there's a big difference between being a scratch golfer and being a professional golfer and making a living out of it. But no, very interesting.
We are here for the golf, of course, and you
Yes.
know a lot more about the game than I do. But let's look at a couple of winners. I'm going to go out there and say we'll have a New Zealand winner this year, and yes, I know I say that every year. Ryan Fox, for me, he's in great form. He does well at this course. He's confident. Or Josh Geary, one of those two. I'd love to see one of those guys get up. You think they're a chance?
Oh, definitely. And the fact that they played here before was a huge part in that. I was reading the other day, Ryan, who's a big hitter, has worked out, as something Bob Charles worked out some time ago, was this is not a course for big hitters. You've got to be strategic and play some irons and 3 woods off the tee and make sure you stay and play and make sure you leave your ball in the right place on those greens to get those birdies and eagles. So it's good to see that Ryan's come to that decision after all these years. He's learned from experience, so it'd be great, wouldn't it? A Kiwi winner, first time since Mahal, won it back in, 2003 I think it was,
yeah.
And that'd be great. But looking at the weight of numbers, just in the 140-odd golfers here, the Australians have by far the dominant role here. And so, we've got to be aware that every year they spring up an Australian winner most years.
Yeah.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if one of the Japanese guys got up? This guy who's number 67 in the world or whatever he was, wouldn't that be great for the organisers as well to have a Japanese winner? It might not be so good for us because the language can always be a bit of an issue, but that'd be great for the tournament too. But yeah, let's go with a Kiwi winner, Ryan, or even Mark Brown. Like he got close a couple of times. It'd be great to see him get there.
Come on, give us an Australian name. You've talked long enough. Give us a name or two.
Sorry about that. Yeah, well,
give us an Australian
name.
I
was doing just a wee bit of a research the other day, and I came up with a bit of a smoky, as they say. There's a guy called Scott Arnold, who I honestly had never heard of until going through these results, and he's been in the sort of the top 10, top 12 at the last 3 big events, including the PGA in Auckland last week. His father's a golf professional at Cronulla, and I just thought someone like him just might come out of the blue like last year when Demi came out of nowhere and won the event, and he might be a great odds for the TAB. So yeah, Scott Arnold for a smoky.
There we go, you heard it here first. We'll be back here nice and sharp tomorrow morning. Please join us Thursday night as we wrap up day 1 of the New Zealand Open.
Too right.